Hello and welcome to another episode of MightyHighs World. This is episode 106, and the last episode we worked on this garden I'm on, and this garden is pretty much on top of my base, although the whole thing you could probably consider my base, but this is the main pillar of our base. So we didn't just do this garden, we also done this place in here as well, which is basically living quarters, which I'm going to put some villagers in. So it will serve as a house for them and also living quarters for random people that live around my base. So that's the idea of this place. But in today's episode, I'm actually going to be leaving this place behind because a couple of episodes ago, I did a poll about where we should do our Halloween project. And since I haven't had any feedback from it, I think I've got another idea. So why don't I go and show you that? So you can see a dropper in front of me. So what I have in this dropper is bits of paper named. So if you guys remember, we have a jungle area where we could set up. We have a savanna area where we can set up, and also a swamp. And then I've added the try again just to add some kind of variation. So we've got 4 kind of things, and I'm going to press the button. Let's say I was just going to press it once and then whatever comes up I do, but I think I'm going to switch it around and press the button 3 times because there's 4 in here. So if I press the button 3 times, then that should be enough, but let's get rid of that instead actually and press the button twice. So whatever's left in the dropper we go to basically. I think that'll be pretty interesting. So let's do this, shall we? So number 1, and what is this? So the swamp is out of the picture. So let's just chuck that down there because there's lava in that water, so it doesn't really matter. So we can't do the swamp. Next one is jungle. So we're not doing the jungle either. Oh, almost. So the only one is a savanna. So yeah, and the reason why I've used a dropper is because it does actually dispense randomly. It's not a predetermined thing. So that's the reason why we're using a dropper and a button. And the place where we need to set up now is the savanna. So why don't I go and meet you over to there? Alright, so we're here at our destination, and I know you can see the jungle over there, but this is the savanna over here, and it's actually this place here where I'm standing on that we're going to be building on. So yeah, I've got some pretty interesting plans because I did actually come up with a full back plan for all 3 of the biomes that we could build in, and this one does actually suit what I was planning. So the idea is basically to have some random house on the top, and then we can dig into this place and see what we can come up with from there. So why don't I just fly by and show you how big this place is, or how tall this thing is. I'm sure you guys can probably get a good idea from what you can see down there. So, and I forgot to bring a bed, and it's almost night. Well, that's going to be annoying. So yeah, let's just do a flyby. Oh, and also I don't have any more fireworks on me, which is, yeah. So this is the kind of hill thing. I wouldn't really call it a hill, it's more of a mountain to be fair. So this is what we've got to work with. Under here as well we could do, whoa, there was a lot of mobs in there, and they're still after me. Jeez. This is why you bring a bed, folks. So yeah, so why don't we get ourselves sorted out, and then we can go from there, I guess. And there's a village over there. Alright guys, so I was just running around killing some rabbits to try and get a bit of food and that, and I've discovered a bug, I think, because if I actually kill a rabbit, like, let's try and kill this guy now. Ooh, this might take a while. Almost. Oh, stop jumping. There you go. See, I killed him, but he didn't drop anything. So I don't know whether that's just these kind of rabbits in the desert, but they don't seem to be dropping. So let's try and kill this guy and see if he drops anything. Now! Yeah, see, he didn't drop anything either. Let's try it a third time just to make sure. Got you. And did he drop anything? No. So that's 3 rabbits I've killed, and they haven't dropped anything. Normally they would have dropped something. And that's just another rabbit over there. So yeah, I think that's a bug. Alright, so I've made it through the night now, and I tell you what, that was hairy, because I needed to go look for some wool so I can make a bed. And yeah, there was like sheep just right over there, but nowhere close. And you can see all the mobs around here already, like this guy for example, who's, I'm just going to take my anger out on this guy because he's dead now. Where is he? Yeah, see, he's dead. But yeah, so I've made a bed in that, so I think the next thing we need to do is to try and get our way up to the top of here. And I don't actually have any rockets on me at the moment, but not to worry, because I plan on making a pathway up there anyway, so why not do that in a third person time lapse? So let's roll that music. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. So I hope you enjoyed that time lapse, but more importantly, I hope you like the design of this staircase as well. So I'll show you the staircase in first person, but first we have to have a look at this guy. Yeah, that llama is accumulating fall damage every time it's bouncing. So if I kill this dude, that llama is definitely going to die. But because it's that far off the ground, this guy's probably dead as well. But I would like to see if I can get his head before he actually jumps off. So, oh no, no, oh, did he drop his head? Yeah, he dropped a head at least. And no head from the llama. So let's fly down. Alright, so I managed to find the head at last. And this thing is hilarious. Oh, it's the first time I've put one on and does it not look funny? Oh, I think I might actually keep this on for the rest of the episode. So let's have a look at this staircase, shall we? So you can see I've used two different types of wood. We've got the oak slabs, at half slabs that is, and some stairs, and then I'm using dark oak fences here and some lanterns as well. And I quite like this design. It's really quite simple as well, to be honest with you guys. It's not really that hard to do. So I'm sure you guys can replicate this in your own worlds fairly easily, and that's the kind of thing I want to do. I don't want to do any kind of like hard builds, but I do want to try and add a lot of detail if I can. So what I mean about detail is like these beams here, and then we've got leaves growing off them as like they've been there for a while, and then there's like moss growing around them. That's the idea of these of the leaves. That's why I didn't plaster them all around this kind of mountain, because I didn't think it needed it. And then you can see on the bottom here I've got it as well, and I think that adds a really cool touch. I will be thinking of how to terraform most of this hill as well, so don't worry about that. I just don't have any ideas at the moment, but it won't be anything like what my other terraforming has been like. It'll be completely different, and the sun's going down. But yeah, so let's just follow this path all the way up so you guys get a good idea of what we've done. And then we've got some, just to interrupt, we've got some support beams here as well, because obviously you want to make it look like it's supported somehow. So we're almost at the top now, pretty much there. So then we come into this part here, and then we're at the top. So up the top here, I've flattened the whole thing in order to build I'm not sure, I think I might build like some kind of witch hut or something there, or wizard house maybe. I think that will look pretty interesting, and then we can dig down into the cave itself or into the mountain itself and do something underneath there. I think that will look cool, as long as we don't destroy the actual look of this mountain, then it should be alright. So I think the next step to do is to probably get some sleep and then work out the dimensions for what kind of house we're going to have up here. Right, so I think I got a fairly decent size for this little witch hut place, and it's 7 by 13, and I've decided to have it hanging off this cliff a tiny bit, which is why it's quite wide. So the next question is, what kind of materials to build this out of? So I'm thinking some brick and cobblestone. I think that'll look pretty cool, although I could just use wood as well. So let's have a little think, and I'll let you guys know. But these pillars here are just to mark it out basically. There's no real reason for these to actually stay there. Right, so I think I've come up with a decent idea for this house, and I've also got a colour palette as well. So we've got some cobblestone, then we've got some bricks, or what, yeah, they are just called bricks, then some bone blocks and dark oak, and I really like this combination of colours. I think it will suit what I've got planned, but the only problem is that although I've got a lot of clay, I had to spend some time making a shovel, which is this one, efficiency 5 and unbreaking, because all my shovels are silk touch, and you can't get clay balls if you've got a silk touch shovel. So that's what I've been spending my time doing pretty much. I spent about an hour trying to get that, and this is all the bricks I've got so far, and that took another half hour to get, so it's just a time consuming thing, but hopefully I'll have enough bricks and that to sort this project out by the next episode, because unfortunately I'm going to have to leave it there for today. So thank you very much for watching. My name is MightyHigh, or Villager High. If you like this episode, then please click the like button, and if you really liked it, then click the subscribe button and ding that bell for further uploads. I've been MightyHigh, and thank you very much for watching. Goodbye. Nyeh. Nyeh.